You should all recognize Systeme.io because you're all using it because you're on the program. Simple as that. Um, I would ask Amy very classy and professional. I think that's a personal statement, but I'd agree with that. But I think also the landing page, Coach Linda means as well. But that's cool. Yeah, great feedback. Um, if you've got any questions, wait until I open up because we're going to be covering quite a lot. We've only got 46 minutes, 45 minutes or so. I don't want to overwhelm you, but there's quite a lot of information I want to cover, and I'm going to go through what would have helped me when I first started on Systeme.io because unfortunately I didn't have any of this and I had to pick it up and learn it, and it was frustrating in parts and all that good stuff. But we will do what we can do. So this is what the front page looks like. I'm sure you've seen the front page before. You can click on here and it shows you there's an affiliate program. The affiliate program is really good. You get something like 60% commission for everyone who uses your affiliate link, which is actually good. And you get that for life as well. They are a really good company. They're only small, they're very agile, but it's just very, very good. But the affiliate is really, really good. And I do make a little bit of money out of the affiliate program. Um, Would it pay for plane tickets to fly around to Thailand? Absolutely not. Does it buy dinner probably once a month? Probably somewhere in that region. So it is what it is. It is what it is. In fact, talking of which, I will drop my affiliate link in the chat. And if you're not using it as yet, then get yourself an account set up. This is what the dashboard looks like. So you've got affiliate links, you've got any training modules so your MG Momentum will sit in there for you as well. And then obviously your own marketing tools sit at the highest level in the dashboard. So you can see here that over the last 511 days, we've generated 1,206 email addresses. When it says leads, that's people with email addresses, which is, yeah, happy with that. And then if you're using squeeze pages or funnels, this shows you anyone who's signed up on there. It's all there. And then all I'm going to do is go across in the logical order from left to right across this menu here and just walk you through the different pages. So I'm going on to contacts. So the first tab is contacts, which is probably the most important thing that you'll be using if you're not using Systeme for anything else at this time. Using it for your email addresses is amazing because it's free up to 2,000 contacts. So 2,000 email addresses you're allowed to have, and it is completely free of charge. And you are not limited, you are completely unlimited. You can send as many emails as you want to. Places, tools like MailChimp and all these limit to how many emails you can send out each month. And they used to run away admin on for ages, but this is completely limitless. And actually, what I've got here is a bit of a deep dive. I'm picking one contact. This is a mate of mine, a coach over in Florida. I just using her as an example. She won't have a problem with this at all, and I have unsubscribed her as well some time ago. But we'll talk about that. Each of the email addresses contains so much information for you, and it's up to you to use as much as you want or not use it. It's completely up to you. The basic three things I will always want is an email address, first name, and a surname. And that's it. Ideally, if I can get there where they're located, yep, and a phone number, amazing. Works really, really well. And then the next thing, so I'm scrolling down the page. You've then got your tags. I'm going to talk about tags in a minute. Tags, think about tags as a way to dissect your data. So slicing and dicing it. You'll see that we've got about 1,200 contacts, I think, right now. In I don't know how many we've got. 1,206 new leads in there. We must have, I don't know, maybe 1,500. I'm not even sure how many people have gone in there. Rather than looking at everyone as one list, we dissect them by what they're interested in. So maybe one of the things I'd say to you is probably got too many tags on here, and I am going through and cleaning it off. I had a VA who was happy at making lots and lots of tags, and I've gradually been cleaning them off anyway. But you can see this one person here was tagged 3 different times. Create, which is my Create Your Best Year workshop. Unleash Your Coaching Business. That was a training that I've done a few times. And then everyone who joins my list, I class them as new to list, and then they go through a sequence which I'll show you in a second. If they've subscribed to any of your tools, any of your trainings, that they'll be listed here. Any payments I've collected from them would be listed here. I've actually, to this day, never collected a single payment through Systeme.io. It's not a way we've used it as of yet, but it's something I am starting to explore now and to look at it. So this is the next part. So we've gone. This is the third page down now in the same contact. There's so much information in here. You can see all the emails that have been sent. And again, you can go back to as far as you can. You can change the dates and all that. You can see any email campaigns that they are currently in. You can see the tags they've been in, or any tag history. And then at the bottom, you've got surveys, any courses or programs, as I call them, and then any automation. So that one email address and name gives you so much information about that person and what the activity they've done and what engagement you've had with that person, which makes it as a really, really powerful CRM system. So that's the emails, first of all. This is tags. Tags are good. I still think that even at 18, and I've cleared some out recently, we've still got too many. What I like about it is it gives you this view gives you quite a lot of detail. So I can see how many people have been tagged today. So I can see when this was printed, there was when a screen capture was done, there's one has been added on. One was added on the day before that. Total times added, so I can see how many times these tags have been used. So anything like here, 0, you can see it just doesn't need it. I can delete that. You can see the ones that are big. 1,190 people have gone through my new to list. You can see where people have unsubscribed or they have been unsubscribed. So whether they've done it themselves or we've removed them out of that. But again, I'll show you that. So you can see where people are staying or what's not working. If you're generating sales from any of these tags, and again, that's where you'd see that there. And sales per contact. But as you say, as I've said already, I'm not using that. But tags, just think of tags as a way of dissecting your data. It's an easy way of dissecting your data and keeping it all separate so I know who's interested. So how to build your online authority in under 30 minutes was a new training that I've done. I think I've delivered it twice so far this year. You can see that as a lead magnet, I've had 19 people who have been interested in that, or 19 leads. Massive is it's the lead magnet I created 4 weeks ago or so. We went into a deep dive of lead magnets, and you can see that 78 people have been through that. You can see that people still going through it, and today only 2 people have been subscribed for that as well. So they haven't been unsubscribed by me; they've been unsubscribed for themselves. Hot is something we use when we class someone as a hot lead. For honest with you, I don't know what I don't know what some of these are because I haven't created them. 8 Ways is an old lead magnet, which I'm going to delete it. We're not going to use it anymore because it's not appropriate to what we're doing. It's very out of date. Journaling template is another one there, 27 leads. It's been quite good. Email replay, so mastering your email, 24 people have the replay of that. And again, so it's just a really good way of tracking data. So then we're moving on. So that was contacts and tags are under the same tab, which is there. You click on it, it shows you the menu. We're next going to hit funnels. So Amy's done a great job of selling you why you need to be using funnels. And if you're not using funnels, then you need to start. I highly recommend using the templates that Systeme give you or present to you. You can buy some. I don't think I've ever bought one. I tend to grab them and nick them and steal them and ask for them and beg, borrow, and whatever else, and I'll share them. So if you want a funnel, come and ask me, and the chances are I've got one. But you can see there's a few that we use. Obviously, the Coaches Build Your 5-Day Challenge. My website is on there. Yeah, ebooks. Ebooks is what we tend to use them for at the moment. But again, we are updating some. So those are the funnels. Here's an example. I mean, you've seen Amy's example. This is a great template that grabbed over the last few days for ebooks, which is really, really cool. That's how you get a template. That's how they look. There is a lot more you can scroll down to, and it just keeps scrolling and drops down. Really, really good for ebooks. Just very, very powerful. Very, very clean. It's all about catching people's attention. I'm not going to go into lead magnets or squeeze pages or sales funnels in much detail on today's session, but honestly, if you're not using them, you need to think about them. And using Systeme.io, you can do so for free to begin with. So that's a great one. That's a great template. And then I've got it. If you want to copy the template, just message me later on Telegram and I'll share that with you. No problem at all. So newsletters. So we've gone from dashboard to contacts to funnels. Now we're on to emails. When you click on emails, you've got three choices. You've got newsletters, campaigns, statistics. And I'm going to show you all three. So this one is, and I'll show you this live in a bit. I'm going to be brave and go through the live version of it. This one here is just a template, which we haven't actually sent to anyone, as you can see there. This was an email that was sent out a few days ago. What's it like working with our HR? That's the email subject title. You can see that it's gone to 18. 16 plus 2 is definitely 18. So 18 tags it was sent to. You need to make sure that everyone who's got an email address in your contact list has got at least one tag on them. Otherwise, they're not going to appear and they're not going to get emails from you. So that's a really important thing, actually, is making sure you've got them tagged. The email was sent to 856 people. And at the time of printing this, there was 16% open rate. So 16.12% open rate, which isn't quite 20. 20 is the benchmark I'm always looking for, as you can see here. But it's 138 people had read the email at the time I printed this screenshot off. It's probably still being sent out. So that's 138 people who potentially, you're selling to as well. So 138 leads, which is what it's all about. Industry standard right now is they reckon it's about 20%. If you're getting an open rate of 20%, that's good. You're never going to get a true reflection of every single person who opens your email, but it's a good idea. So there's always going to be a few more on there who've got it. But if you're achieving 20% or more, then you're doing a good job. And I would say your click-through rate needs to be about 0.5%. So 0.5% is good. If you can get 1 or even higher, then that's really, really good. Again, the more you focus it and the more you concentrate it, what I find is where we use tags effectively and we really are very, very specific content for specific people, that's when you get a massive open rate, 50%, 60%, and then you probably get a click-through rate of like 45 to 50% as well. So yeah, when you're niche down with everything, it just works so much better. So we've gone from emails, we've now gone newsletters to campaigns. Campaigns are when you've got, or you may know them as campaigns, you may have heard them as email sequences. So email sequences are when someone gets a tag, they get dropped into a sequence and then something happens. And what you'll find is here, there's 4 emails in that, online authority in under 30 minutes, all the way down to this one here, welcome to MGM. So you're already in that sequence or have been in that sequence at some point where there are 15 emails. Some have got 1, some have got 2, but basically it's an automated way of getting 15 emails in front of someone by just taking one action, which is amazing. So it means that email marketing is happening all the time, even when I'm not doing anything. I'm not sitting there writing these emails out automatically. They're just being sent out to people. So, and as you can see, when new people come onto my contacts list, they get 10 emails over a period of 10 weeks, and it just works really, really well. So that's campaigns. This will give you a flavor of what the email statistics look like. Now, they put this everywhere, this warning about the recent changes to Google and Yahoo, and don't use free email addresses when you're sending emails. The chance is going to go to spam and hurt you. Absolutely. You always want to use a custom domain. So for me, my custom domain that you see most of the time is minervagrowth.co.uk. Making sure that you're sending emails. So for me, it's rich@minervagrowth.co.uk or info@minervagrowth.co.uk is it's a professional email address, and it helps. Some of your emails still will end up in the spam, I'm not going to lie to you, but you can get the numbers better and smaller by using professional email address. And they just seem to be punishing anyone using free email. Don't do it. there doesn't need to be a reason for a financial investment because domains are so low cost, they're so flipping cheap. You can often pick up domains for under $5, £5 for the first year, and just $20 after that every year. And the longer you buy them for 3-5 years, the cheaper they will become. So overall, you can see that my emails are low risk. This is a snapshot from the 28th of February at 2:42 in the morning, apparently. Oh, I've been low risk since that date, so that's what that means. We've sent 7,133 emails between March the 16th and April the 15th, so that rolling month period. So we sent 7,133 emails, and you can see what I've sent the emails. One of the questions that always comes up is how often should you be sending emails, and as often as you possibly can, and whatever feels right to you. You can see I sent some emails on the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, some on the 22nd, some on the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and then the bulk to everyone has gone out on the 26th, the 27th, the 3rd, the 12th, and then the 15th. And then there's a few emails going out here and there in between. I'll talk about spam in a minute because that's on the next page. The average percentage of open emails overall in that month is 24.4. So we know we're doing something okay. That's good. We're getting about 25% who are open the emails. Most importantly, no one has reported my email as spam, and to give you a percentage. You are always going to get some idiot who just says you're spamming them, and it happens from time to time. I offended someone once by sending an email out on a Sunday morning, and they complained and called it spam, and just like, oh my God, it's your choice to open the email. So spam is what you're going to get measured from, and also the percentage of bounced emails. Now you can see that our bounced emails is at 0.5%, which is actually quite high. You can see on the 22nd, we had 20 emails almost bounced. So we must have done some activity and added some names in there. And yeah, that's quite high. I would say 1%, I'd be getting nervous. I'd be very, very careful. So you're always going to get idiots out there who are giving you incorrect email addresses. I don't know why people do it. Just because they can't hit an subscribe button, bless them. I would say Systeme is very, very good because two reasons why Systeme is so good with email. If you're starting to use Systeme for the first time, any emails that you import have got to be checked and verified by a third party first. It doesn't have to cost you any money, but there's third parties and they want you just to run it through, and they'll come back and tell you how clean your email list is. You always want to have the cleanest possible email list you possibly can get. Also, when you're adding new email addresses in one at a time or uploading a CSV file, you'll find that they will tell you very quickly if an email address is not good. So they'll tell you very, very quickly. What else? This is a list of, so this is going back to the same report, again, which is further down on the same page. This is a list of all the emails sent in that period. So you can see this email here hadn't been sent fully by the time I print this report off. But at the time, there was a 7.23% open rate, which is, it's amber because they hadn't finished sending the emails. You can see here, we've got an 18.8% open rate, got a 23.25% open rate. And again, my bounce rates. Yeah, I might actually go back later on and have a look at where the 2010 was. Quite a high number. Okay, so that's the three things that sit under the emails tab. Don't use blogs. I've never used the blog function on Systeme, so I'm just going to skip past that quite nicely. It's if you want to do a blog, you can host them through Systeme.io. That's absolutely fine. My personal opinion is blogging takes a lot of time and a lot of maintenance, so I just don't bother. But maybe it's something I'll change my mind on in the future. If you want to do blogs, then you can do them through Systeme.io. I'm out of order slightly, so I'm going to skip automations and we're going to go straight to products. There's a few different things in products. The only thing I use is courses. So you all are aware of MG Momentum because that's the program you're all in. And I've got a few other programs that I had turned off at the time when we took the screenshot, but they are available out there. And again, I'll talk about the different packages that Systeme offers and what you get for your money, basically. what you get as free and what you get as paid. I'll show you that. It's the very, very last slide I'll show you today. But yeah, you're all familiar with Momentum. And basically, you can see by the green tick in the status column means that that is live and ready to go. I've also got some that are hidden and some in the back end as well. But yeah. Okay. So skipping back to automations. These automations are really, really cool because this is where you can do really, really cool stuff. So like I said to you, if let me show you one that you'll understand. Okay, so when someone completes my campaign, Welcome to MGM or MG Momentum, at the end of that, we remove the tag automatically. So we add the tag, and then once I've completed all of the emails, they get removed out of that sequence. So yeah, and it happened automatically. So I haven't got to think and remember and make notes. It just does automatically. It just happens automatically. Also, things like Amy was describing at the beginning, when a tag gets added, this tag here is popping. When that tag gets added to someone's details, they'll then get subscribed to a campaign and then they'll get that lead magnet. So this one was 20 ways to get your community popping. If they get 8 ways added to them, then they'll get the ebook 8 ways sent out to them, and etc. Like journal, so etc. Final step from subscribes. So collecting email addresses, like Amy was showing you, when someone goes onto my website and drops their email address in, then it adds the tag automatically new to list. Great, that's automation. Now, the next question is always, well, what does actually automation mean? Well, you can see in front of you on the screen, that's what automation means, where you can add rules to automate your business. And the example they show you is when a contact opts into a particular form, they get tagged, and the tag can be automatic as well with that specific tag, and it adds them to an email campaign. So you can actually automate it. What Amy's shown you already is very, very clever. So when she can manipulate that person. And remember, the word manipulate doesn't necessarily need to be a negative. It can be a positive thing. And I look at the word manipulation very, very positively. So what she can do is when someone joins her group and gives her their email address, she can then do things with that person, which can send them certain emails and do all sorts of fancy stuff with them as well. So yeah, automation is very, very cool. And again, remember, you're getting automation for free. At the very basic system program. It is absolutely free. So it's very, very cool. And I highly recommend you start having a look at it and playing around with it. And the thing is, if any of this looks quite complicated or sounds, oh my God, I can't do this, I'm not techie, you don't need to be technical. And I'll show you how to do a newsletter in a minute. And it's the same premise and the same idea behind funnels. Everything you're doing on here, it's all the same. It's really, really easy. It's point and click, drag and drop, and it just works. So getting your hands on and testing things out will get you up to speed much, much quicker with Systeme. Okay, so workflows. Under automations, you've got automations first, and then you've got workflows. And workflows, we've got 7 currently, and you can see there's different things happening here. So I've got 8 ways to a new follower, MG Momentum, onboarding, journal campaign, etc. Ebook to new subs. So when people subscribe, they get access to one of the ebooks. What these look like in reality, and the colors aren't great. Might be just me being colorblind, but the colors aren't great. So you've all been through this workflow yourself. So when you've joined MG Momentum, the one thing I always ask everyone to do when they join the program is make sure you read the email, get sent out to you at 8 o'clock on the Monday, which is automated for the campaign. And then you've got to click on the button at the end of the email. It's a massive, big blue button. Click here to join the program. And the reason why I do that is because once you click that button, what happens is it enrolls you into the program automatically. So that means that just by adding that tag to your data means that you will then join that email sequence. And when you click that button, that will put you into the program. We used to have a problem with people never used to read the email very much. They didn't read the email properly, or they'll be moaning to say, I haven't got access to the program. And I'd know because I haven't read the email. Go back and read the email, click on the button. So again, it's just a really simple bit of automation which works, and you've all been there yourself and you've done it. So thank you for doing that. Another one we've used in the past is 8 ways to new follower. So this was the lead magnet 8 ways. So when the tag 8 ways was added to someone's details, wait for 6 days, and then apply the new tag, new to list. And then the next step was remove the old 8 ways tag. So basically, we're moving someone, we're adding another tag onto someone, and then taking the original tag away. So again, we are dissecting that data. That data is coming from this data pot and it's getting put over there. So hopefully it's not sounding too complicated. It's not meant to be. It's not at all. But again, this program system does it all automatically for you. And then this final one, I think I'm showing you the example today, is when someone's enrolled in this free bonus session 6 course, wait 6 days and then add them to put a new tag on them. So then they're going to get a whole email sequence again. So again, you can do whatever you want with that data. You can manipulate it and do some quite clever stuff. And honestly, it's so bloody simple. And it's basically a case of just clicking on the plus. But again, as I said to you, get your hands on Systeme and it's an absolute dream. So I thought, as you all are in MG Momentum, I'll show you a bit of behind the scenes, how it looks to me at the back end of it. And you've got a few buttons here. So I can manually add students if I want to. Never done it. It's a pain in the ass. There's so many data fields you've got to fill in. I'm just never going to do it. I can click on this button here and I can see who's been in it recently, what they've done. I can see everyone who's got access to it, and it's quite good information. You can also export it to Excel as a CSV, which is great. You can add new modules on if you want to. You can click view, and I love the view button because it means I can look at the program as you see the program as well. So you're not looking at it from the back end point of view, from behind the scenes. You're actually looking at as people see it at the cold face, which is really, really useful. And then settings does some stuff I actually remember. I don't use it very often at all. But this is how the program looks in its entirety. I'm showing you here module 1 just because the reason why I'm showing you this is you all go through the welcome to MG Momentum first and you get access to module 1 straight away. And the reason you get access to that is because this little box here, this column here, it's what it says. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, grant access immediately for drip content only. So if I'm giving you access, dripped content access to the program, which everyone comes in as, you will only see we're dripping out then the modules to you over a period of time. And the reason we do that is very, very simple. It's not to cause overwhelm. If I gave you access to the whole lot at the beginning, most people would be just so overwhelmed they wouldn't do anything. They'll just sit there quivering, looking at everything, procrastinating, and never getting anything done. Am I making sense? Am I losing you? Cool. Okay, just checking. I've turned all the cameras off, so I'll turn it back on to see you all nodding, and you're all with me, which is amazing. Okay, so yeah, that's very, very important. If you anything with a green tick means it's live. Anything that's not got the green tick, it means it's behind the scenes. I can see it as the creator, but you can't. You guys can't see it. If I wanted to stick a new session on, or we call it a lecture, I just click a button there. And it works dead easy. And yeah, that's the first part. So then the second part I'm going to show you is, I'll come back to that. I'm showing you module 2 now. So module 2, and if you go back, if you remember back to module 2, session recap and intro, journal template, this is what all the sessions are called, is what I've called them on here. And then this is what stops you getting access to module 1 at the beginning, because it's only going to give you access after 7 days. So it's waiting back. So this is why it's so important. Whenever you click on that email, that button to give you access to the program, you will then get instant access to the program. And then exactly 7 days later, from that time, you will get every module. And 7 weeks after that, you'll get module 3. 7 days after that, you'll get module 4. And you can change this. It's so easy to do. This is why I'm showing you this page here. There's also another session that's on module 2. It's actually, you can't see at the moment. So you can see here, the tick is grayed out because I pulled it back and it's not there for you, but it may be something to turn on again and use again in the future. That's that. It's very easy to add more sessions or lectures. I call them sessions. Forget lectures. Lectures I find too complicated. If what I do is, once you've got the template you like, click on the 3 dots and I duplicate it. And I've always got the same format, and I overwrite my own work. It's much, much easier. Okay, this is exactly the same. This, once you've started using this, so maybe you'll be familiar with this from what you've done yesterday. Once you've done it, it's the same process for newsletters, squeeze pages, funnels, everything you're building, websites through Systeme.io is all exactly the same. So once you get your head around this format, it's honestly, it's so easy. It just works like a dream. So again, you've all seen this. This is what the back end of it looks like. This is how I can make changes to it and just tweak it, and just so easy. So easy. It's just really easy to use. It's very user friendly. Um, System IO, a system offers really good support. Email support normally is less than 24 hours. They'll get back to you. There are video tutorials. There are help pages. You can go and read stuff. It's all on there, and it's just under the help button, which is somewhere at the top right hand corner, at the top right or bottom right, I think it is, but it's dead easy to find. Their support is really, really good. I've used it a number of times. I haven't really used help pages or video tutorials just because it's so easy to use. But yeah, the customer support is good. And then finally, as I said, I'm sharing with you now just the breakdown of what the different versions are. So when you think to try it out for free, it doesn't cost you anything at all. And you can have 2,000 email addresses. You can send unlimited emails. You can have 3 sales funnels for free. 3 sales funnels for absolute free. You can then have 15 steps in those sales funnels. So what that means is you may have your first funnel could have 3 pages. So you have one page, they click through, they go to another page, another page, upsells, whatever else. So you can have 3 sales funnels in total with 15 pages behind the scenes. You can have 1 blog. You can put as many blog posts up as you want to. You can have 1 course. So you could have a program, an evergreen program like MG Momentum yourself for free and all that as well, and not have to pay any money for it. You can have unlimited students. They don't mind. Communities we haven't talked about because I don't like it. I don't know if any of you guys have been around long enough when I was testing communities, but I just didn't like it. It's a way of keeping someone in one system. So it's always a risk when you're using system for your program, like I am for MG Momentum, and then I'm pushing people over to Facebook for communities. There's obviously a bit of a disconnect between the two, and there is a way of having communities inside System IO and having everything together. But to me, the functionality is just not there. It's not user friendly. It doesn't look very pretty. I just prefer Facebook communities over their communities. But you could have one for free with the free version. You can have as many community members as you want. This is probably one of the biggest things, the game changers for System, is that you can have as much storage space as you want. They do not put a limit on that. And if you look in here, from free, you've got no limit on how much stuff. So whether it's videos, whether it's guidebooks, you think of all the content we've got in MG Momentum, and it's unlimited. So again, I could have the free version and get away with all that. And you are allowed 1 automation rule with the free version. So they're giving you quite a lot because they know that once you start using it, consuming it, you're going to want to use more and more. The step up is only $27 a month. $27 a month for what it is. So in pounds, it's about 24, 23 quid, I think, right now. So again, it's so low cost, it's crazy. But then they're giving you quite a lot more. I think the version that we're using now is the webinar version. I've never used it for webinar, my bad. And we pay $47, which is, I don't know, 42, 43 pounds a month. It's not a lot of money at all, but you can see that I can have up to 10,000 contacts. I can have 50 sales funnels with 300 steps, 20 blogs, amazing, 20 courses, 20 programs in there. It's just huge, and it's mammoth. And for £47, it's $47. It's not a lot of money. So, perfect time, it feels like, for any questions. Does anyone have a question based on what you've seen so far? No such thing as a daft question.
With the email addresses, is that really easy just to upload from a regular spreadsheet? You just upload your sheet into there.
It's yeah. So I'll show you. I'll show you live now. I will show you live. Right. Here we go. Here's my live version. So all you do is you go into contacts and you go to import contacts, and it's always got to be a CSV. So whether you're Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel, it's always going to be a CSV file. It's really, really straightforward. You can even do sexy stuff like import my CSV. I want to add this tag to everyone, and I want to add them to that campaign. And it's literally, what's that? I've pushed 1 button, 2, 3, and I've done all that. And the automation just kicks in. It's so easy to do. So yeah, absolutely fine. And again, you can see the last few uploads we've done. I put 137 in, I put 19 in, I put 14 in. It tells you the quality of your data. So it tells you if it's rejected any. So 137 out of 137, 19 out of 19, and 14 out of 14, because I'm being very, very careful to make sure that the quality of our data is really, really good. So great question.
Okay, fab. And your website is
Any
on
more?
there
Any
too.
more?
Everything is on there, isn't it? The website as well.
It is. My website's a little bit crap. I'm not going to lie, and I've been talking to people forever, but when they come up with designs, I just don't like them. I am having a meeting with someone on Friday afternoon, talk about website again. I'm going to give someone a chance to have a go at it, but at the moment, it's just a funnel, and it's on there, and I collect email addresses off it. We don't get a lot. Probably get 3 or 4, maybe a week coming through, but it's better than nothing, isn't it?
Yeah. So
But
present.
as one of your funnels, you can have a website really, really quickly, and then you can update it as much as you possibly want, as often as you want to as well. So yeah,
Okay.
it's all there. Cool. Okay, so if I go back into Systeme, we won't be much longer, I promise you. I'll go for a cup of tea. I think I should need one after this, I'll tell you. Okay, so I'm going to show you emails. That's what I'm going to do. So again, you can see you've got main dashboard, affiliate dashboard, student dashboard. Marketplace is where you can become an affiliate and sell people's courses. You can grab content in there. You can buy templates and all sorts of stuff in there. Contacts and tags. Funnels is just funnels. Email, there's those 3. I've shown you that. Blogs, amazing. Automation. Products is physical products, orders, coupons, and communities. I've only ever used courses and communities, never done anything else. I've told you we don't do any sales through Systeme at this time. I am working on an affiliate program, so if anyone wants to become an affiliate for MG Momentum, offering good commissions, talk to me. That's where you get your help from. Very, very straightforward. Yeah, and then it's in so many different languages. It's just crazy. Okay, so the original question was about newsletters. How to do a newsletter. So you've got many ways. I'll show you the proper way, and then I'll show you my way, the way I do it after this. So this is the Systeme way. This is the way you'll probably have to do it for the first time. Now, you can't do anything until you put an email subject in. So, hello, coach. That's what my email subject is going to be. So it's going to come from me, and it's going to come from my email address, because I always prefer it to come from me personally. It's then going to give you 2 options. Do you want the visual editor, or do you want the classic editor? I'm a visual person, so I do like my visual editor. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click save. And here is my email straight away. So, hello, coach, is my email subject. The preview is what when you're in your email inbox and you see the email subject, but then you start to see parts of the email. Well, whatever you write in here is what you'd see in your email inbox when you're doing that. That's that first line of text. So it's always good to use it and add some content into that as well. All I'm doing here, you must, whatever you put for a subject and the preview, you've got to click save, because if you don't click save at that point, it will lose it for you and it will drive you mad. So yeah. And then all I'm going to do is click on here, click on anywhere actually within the email. And sometimes it's really slow. So if you find it sticks like mine has just done then, I'm going to go to Classic Editor, and then I'm going to switch it back over to Visual Editor. It's a little bit of a workaround just to make it work, because sometimes it just freeze a little bit. And then this is how you make your newsletter. So you can use their format, or you can delete it. You can overwrite it. So if I wanted to use a picture there, I could click on here, and I could say, as you can see, I've got quite a lot of pictures. I've got 14 pages of pictures. Let's use a picture of me. Insert. There we are. Look at that. A handsome chap. I can make it smaller, make it bigger. I can move it to the left, to the right. It's just so straightforward. A quick tip I'll give you now, it's always a good idea to have a URL behind your photos, because then if anyone clicks on the picture, it'll take them straight away into that website. So yeah, always a good idea to do that. And then you can start writing the text, whatever you want to put in here. I'll give you a couple of, I'm not going to go into massive detail of this, and I'll move on and show you the way I do it now. All I would say to you is when you're putting text in, you can change the size of the font here. I tend to go anything from 16 to 18 works quite nicely. The biggest thing for me that really annoys me about System IO is make sure you're using a bold color like black. So you can now see my text is black. Doesn't look too different on here, but that's going to be grey and that's going to be black. And the black jumps off the page. The grey is just a little bit crap when it comes through as an email. So if you are, like I'm highlighting the text there, there's no color there. So just click on that and add the color. Make sure it's black or bold because otherwise it doesn't work. And if you wanted to change, highlighted stuff to blue or anything like that, you just do it the same way. It's very, very straightforward. Like that. And then you can add stuff, you can take it away. I want to put some more text in. Just click on it and just drag it across. It's so easy to do. I want to put a button in place. Let's put a button over there. It's just really, really straightforward. I'm not going to save that. It's going to be absolutely horrendous. No, let's not save it. So the way I do, once you've got your first one done, and again, I'd recommend using things like Canva to create your banners and graphics and any images you want, is I copy my emails. I use the same email format pretty much. So I'm trying to think of one I can use. Let's look at that one. Click on the three buttons. So you've got an option here to resend to contacts you did not open, which is quite a good way of doing it. You can share it, but you can also duplicate it. For what I'm showing you now, I'm going to click on duplicate. Are you sure you want to duplicate it? Absolutely. And then I would just put what my new email subject is going to be, what my new preview is going to be, whatever. And then click save, of course, we've learnt that. And then I'm going to start making some changes. You see, I've got a link on there. Great, should have done that. Let's go to the text. Let's change some of the text. Okay, it's not working. I'm going to click on that, switch to classic, and then switch back to visual. So now, it's now giving me that. That's what I was looking for here. So I can add more images in. If you wanted to get images together on the page, you could just move the two columns across. That would then give you two columns to use. And then I could put an image in each column. I could drop some text in between. You can do so much. It's so easy to do once you've got the format in place. And I tend to use the same format. And then what you'll see at the bottom is here will be my signature, which is there. That in, and then I use this image of me, which is saved on page 14, which is there. And then again, I bring that in. And then I don't need to worry about anything else. I've always got that RHR, I'll take action now at the bottom, my tagline, and then my unsubscribe and all the other information is always saved at the bottom automatically. And honestly, it's really, really straightforward. Once you've done, right, once you're ready to go, send the email. I've saved the changes, click exit, and then I can just confirm the details are all okay. Yep, it's me. Yep, it's my email address. I can add attachments to the email if I want to. It's not probably good practice to do it because it's going to be more flagged as spam, especially if it's a new person. You can also say, I only want to send this email to people who registered over X amount of days ago if you wanted to. You can include all your tags or not your tags. You can personalize and it shows you what code, just copy that into your email and it will just do it for you, the email address or the first name, whatever. And then all you have to do is you can save and test. So I can save it and it will send a test email to me to have a look how it looks visually, which is probably a good idea to do at the beginning. I can save and send, or I can save and schedule for later time. So I can say, I want to send this email on Saturday morning at 7 a.m. I'm not going to do it, obviously, but click on the time and go, and that'll be good to go. So that was quite a quick walkthrough on newsletters, but honestly, get your hands on it yourself. It's not difficult. Copy their template, make it your own, and then save your template and then duplicate it each time. It's really, really straightforward. Any questions?